Hello beautiful people, Jamie Schuster here, back home with the family. Thought I'd just do a quick, well not that quick, Call of the Warrior wrap up, bit of a recap of what happened and the amazing magic that happened over there. So right from the outset, it was quite evident that there was a call for me to explore masculinity, what it means to be a man, in my own space, and creating conversations around that with other men along the way. So that was as soon as I committed to the Call of the Warrior facilitation of the workshop, it was really evident those questions are coming up around masculinity, what it means to be a man, and everything around that, even touching on toxic masculinity. So one of the goals before I went over there was to deconstruct toxic masculinity. So there's a few conversations that were had and part of that deconstruction, so we'll touch on that as well. But thank you, Jetty Azuma, and your beautiful family. Thank you, Jetty, for facilitating the dream of the Call of the Warrior workshop. It was amazing, and it was an event I'll never ever forget. And big ups to Leon as well, brother Leon, Haka for life, Leon Rudi. Without that conversation between Jetty and Leon happening, the Call of the Warrior wouldn't have happened. So big ups to those two brothers for making a dream come true. So right from the get-go, right from arrival into Los Angeles, it was really evident that there would be a huge amount of connections. Connection through conversation, connection through just presence, just being in people's presence, and right down to conversations with Uber drivers. So that's really evident for me, the hospitality of the American people, and just the openness and willingness to help. Right from the get-go, from beautiful conversations with Uber drivers to Airbnb hosts, they were going above and beyond what their capacity is to help us. So we were sharing our purpose of being in the USA, and everyone that we spoke to was super mega helpful in more ways than one. So I honor the American people. You should be very proud of yourself and the way you conducted yourselves, and the willingness and hospitality to be a part of something special. Much appreciated. So we got into LA, and pretty much straight away a connection was made with local Tongva people, the First Nation Indigenous people of the LA County. So I'd been trying to coordinate a get-together for a month or so leading up to it. And the day I landed, it was, contacted a person, made contact, and it was organized that we were going to go out and meet with him. So it was very important for me and us as a people, before we did any haka or indigenous-based culture stuff, that we checked in with our local iwi or tangata whenua, the local people of that area. And we were super mega happy that eventuated on, I flew in on a Thursday, we met with them on the Friday. Kevin Lone Wolf Nunez and family, much love. Huge, massive thank you for bringing us in, making us feel welcome, and allowing us to do what we did in terms of haka facilitation, men's empowerment on Santa Monica Beach. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. You'll always stay with me. And for those people that don't know me or what was all about, Call of the Warrior was a call to all men out there to join us, to redefine the masculine, to come together as a brotherhood, and to learn, to share, to clear any blockages that were perhaps in your way or holding you back from being fully fulfilled in life. Well, our intention was to use haka as a positive form of men's self-expression. Big ups to Ngāti Toa Rangatira, in particular Te Rau Paraha, for writing that haka. So on the Saturday, so flew in on a Thursday, Tongva meeting, blessings on the Friday, and the Call of the Warrior workshop was on the Saturday. So the day started with introductions, setting of intentions. There was a couple of cultural clearing exercises, and they're so beautiful, beautiful. I won't go into detail, but it certainly was a sharing of cultures and a positive clearing before we carried on in the afternoon teaching the haka. So it was beautiful. So I had lunch, beautiful lunch as a group or in individual pods, and then we went on to learn the haka. And massive big ups to the brothers that were present on the day. Your integrity, your intentions, your willingness to learn, and your willingness to express. It's beyond my expectations. And I just wanted to say, my brothers, you know who you are. I would go to war with you any day. Any day. I taught them the haka, and through there was through learnings combined in the middle of that. And what we did when we performed it on the old Muscle Beach. So it was an area or space that used to be full with outdoor gym equipment. And the focus at that time in the past was to build that tough exterior, the muscle up, all about aesthetics. So what we wanted to do, our intention was around that, was to redefine the masculine in that area, in that space. So we haka on that space 3 things: against suicide prevention, against male anxiety and male depression, and everything around negative masculinity. So essentially, hopefully, I definitely did make that ground better and a much better masculine space. And it certainly was. There were many tears afterwards, and like I said, I'd go to war with those brothers any day. They're beautiful, beautiful men that stood that day, redefined the masculine, but we stood as one heart. So that was Saturday. On the Sunday was another big day. We were luckily to be invited to the Tongva Tribal Council. So we went and blessed that space with our respects to the elders, to the chief, and all that were present there, and just explained in a bit more detail further to the blessings we got from Kevin Lone Wolf on the Friday. A little bit about what our stand against suicide and depression and anxiety, especially with our men. And they were beautiful, beautiful. And that morning as well, we were lucky enough to be to be taken up to a sacred waterfall, to bathe in their waters, and to be part of a warrior ceremony. Thank you, Kevin Lone Wolf. Much love. From there, we spent a day with the next day with Jetty, and I was lucky enough to interview Jetty as part of my bro movement. So for those that don't know, Bro Movement I've created is a YouTube channel, and it's based around brotherhood and conversation. So as we all know, through suicide and depression and anxiety, there's a big component of isolation there. So in that space, I've created the Bro Movement, which is a YouTube channel, and I go around interviewing people. The big focus in this trip was masculinity, redefining it, deconstructing toxic masculinity, and just creating conversation around that with the brothers, and hopefully inspiring and moving other men and brothers out there to think what their part to play in masculinity is and what it means to be a man. So check it out. I'll put some details in there to subscribe. If you're watching this now, it's a YouTube channel. Subscribe, hit the bell button, so whenever I post a new video, you get updates straight away. Much love. From there, our crew split to 2 parties. So beautiful Jo, love you sister, she took her heart over to Las Vegas and experienced the Grand Canyon and all that around that. Beautiful. And that was through a contact from our Tongva Tribal Council meeting. Much love. And Leon and Crystal, love you whānau, they went up to San Francisco, and me, I went to Sedona. Sedona, for those that don't know, is a beautiful, amazing, hyper energetic area in near Phoenix, Arizona, in the state of Arizona. I was lucky enough to stay with Kirk and Sandra in their house, beautiful house in Sedona. I met them at a retreat in Hawaii along with Bridget and Patrick. Love you guys. And so a little bit around Sedona again. It's renowned for its high energy rock formations and vortex areas. So hear me out. So vortex on an energetic level is where the energy comes out of the earth, and there's chakra points around the earth on their ley lines is where it goes back in. So Sedona is known for its vortex where it comes out. Amazing. I got to experience that on a rock called Cathedral Rock. There's a few photos that I'll post up here as well. Amazing. And you can feel it, and you can feel the vibe amongst the people. High vibe living, and really happy, and always there to say hello and where you're from and stuff. It wasn't just like a hey and bye. They would talk to you and delve a little bit deeper. It's just the energy of the area is beautiful. So that happened, and hear me out. Spending the 2 days with Sandra and Kirk inspired me to take meat out of my diet. Now that's huge. Me being Māori, as I come from a long line of meat eaters. So yeah, I've made a conscious decision not to eat land-based meat. So it's small steps at this stage, but eventually progress into just raw foods. But at this stage, just land-based meat, animals, taken out of my diet. Yeah, so I'm going to track that journey as well. It's still going, and I like it. I've already felt my energy levels have risen, certainly my consciousness as well, but it's at the start of a journey. There's still a lot to learn around that, and a bit more integration into my wider life. From my couple of 2 days in Sedona, I traveled back to Santa Barbara to partake in a sweat lodge. Now, picture this, beautiful people. There's this hut, and it's wrapped with blankets and certain coverings, and super red hot rocks placed into the middle, and everyone's around in a circle. It's kind of like a dugout part in the middle, and everyone's about 20 people. I think we had about 20 people were all pushed, not crammed, but seated in around the hot rock stones. So there's 7 at a time, 4 rounds. Beautiful, beautiful. And it's definitely hot, but the whole ceremony around it was beautiful. It was really a beautiful experience, and to share in our culture as well. We got an opportunity to sing and to bless in our own native tongue, so it was beautiful. Really honored to be part of that in a massive, massive, massive way. Thank you to Jetty, thank you to Gabriel, and to facilitator Rennie. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. So in closing, well, I like to pose a question to all men out there. Really take note or become aware of, for you, what it means to be a man, and what does masculinity mean to you. I'd be love to hear any feedback you've had, post, comment, whatever, what it means for you to be a man. Please start the conversation with other men, talk about it, and go from there. I've got to go now. I think it's our bath. I can hear the bath running for our baby, so it's bath time. Massive thank you to Jetty out there. Love you, brother Jetty. Love you, Kerry, and your beautiful tamariki, your children. Much love. My family to your family, I love you. And to all the other men out there, create the conversation. Get the conversation going. What it means to be a man, and what is masculinity. I love you all. Like, subscribe, hit the bell button. A little plug there. Much love. Peace be the journey, people. Love you.